Welcome, everyone. My name is Jennifer McKeever. I'm a somatic psychotherapist in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm also part of the faculty for BBTRS. I teach in our online training program and also I lead an in-person training / retreat near Montreal. And I also teach sometimes at B10 in Mexico. And I love breath work. I love BBTRS. I don't know if I should say actually I love breath work. I love BBTRS. I'll say that. A lot of breath work in my history has felt too forceful to my system, too pushing, too overwhelming. I think that's the right word. And BBTRS was the first system I found that worked at a pace that was good for me, that was good for my body. And I love how BBTRS, we bring that into the body and we use breath work as a way to both support our nervous system, to release patterns of stress, patterns of tension, also to build more capacity, to be in our bodies, to build more capacity to stay with what we call the felt sense, which is what is directly happening in my body right now, without going off into story or analyzing or in some ways pushing back or overriding or defending against what we're experiencing. Because it's only through connection to the felt sense that we actually get to become more safely embodied. We build that capacity to be with what is happening here. And of course, in trauma, it is harder and harder to be in our bodies. And it feels safer and safer to leave our bodies, to not be in our bodies, and to rebuild the relationship with our bodies through the felt sense takes time. Yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge it takes time. A lot of times we want it now. We get frustrated with ourselves if it's not happening now. But I want to say, wherever you are in that process of exploring breath work for yourself or working with rebuilding that connection, it takes time. And this modality, BBTRS, is a beautifully supportive way to build that capacity and rebuild that relationship. So I am going to give an introduction to the modality, the 6 elements, and we'll do that before we go into breath work. So BBTRS, the first element, as you may guess, is conscious connected breathing. So what that means is that we do not pause between the inhale and the exhale. We inhale like half a circle and we exhale like half a circle. So it's a continuous flow and it looks like this. Now, taking away the pause between the inhale and exhale is quite important. And that's what allows us to build what we call a charge. There's a little bit more breath than what we normally do. It's a little bit deeper, it's a little bit faster, and it's a little bit fuller than how we would normally breathe. And this building of a charge, you can think of it as if we're driving a car, like a gas pedal. The deeper and faster we breathe, the more gas, the more you're going to be pushing on a gas pedal. And it is completely up to you how deep and fast you breathe. And that's the beautiful thing about breath work. You get to determine the pace of what we're moving at. So that connected breathing, by not pausing, we start to build more charge. We bring more energy into our body. So the second element of BBTRS is touch. Now, in the in-person experiences, we work with hands-on touch to help release patterns of tension that we have in our body. A lot of constriction most of us hold, like at the base of our skull, through our neck and shoulders, around our heart, our bellies. So we learn and experience hands-on touch when we do our in-person groups. Online, it is self-touch. So I will be guiding you at different times to bring touch to certain areas. And that's always optional. You can bring touch, not bring touch. A lot of people find that when they bring touch to an area, it increases the awareness and connection to that area. And we want that in embodiment work. We want to increase our awareness and connection. So touch is the second element of BBTRS. Third element of BBTRS is conscious emotional expression. The conscious part is key in that. We want to be able to stay present with our feelings. We want to create more space for our feelings. So as we start to come into contact with our feelings, we want to open to them. We want to allow them. Those feelings can be anything. It could be sadness, It could be anger. It could be joy. It could be, passion, excitement, aliveness, whatever it may be. So the touch, so when we use breath and we use touch, we're bringing some activation, some more connection to our system. And then often with that, then the feelings start to come. And so then those feelings start to release. The energy starts to release with those feelings. So we want to honor those feelings. The fourth element is movement. So once that energy starts to release, there's often a movement our body wants to make, a kind of natural unwinding that happens, a spiraling movement. We also use conscious movements at times to help give our bodies a sense of space, a sense of boundaries, a sense of energy. So at times today, I will probably guide us at some point with movement, with touch. We allow the feelings to come and go. And then the fifth element is then sound. Today, I'll be bringing music into our session. In our live groups, we have often live music. We have flutes, we have gongs, we have all sorts of ways we work with sound. Another way we work with sound is our own self sound, toning. So, possibly at some point today, I might invite you to make a certain sound coming from the center of your chest or coming from your low belly. That sound creates a vibration inside, and that vibration has an effect on us. And this can often help to start to increase sensation or start to open up areas of constriction. It'll be different for everybody. So there's very much in this process a sense of let's try this and see what your experience is. It's I'm not here to tell you what to experience. I'm here. It's almost like it's the way I visualize it is I am leading us up to a buffet table, and I will invite you to try different things on the table. And then you can see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And you are always the expert of your own experience. So at any time, if something I'm inviting you to try or taste doesn't feel right to you, please feel free to ignore me and continue on. The key with everything is to breathe. If you don't move, if you don't touch, if you don't make any toning sounds, and all you do is breathe, that is plenty. The breath is the foundation to everything. And in the very beginning, it can feel quite challenging to be trying to breathe and touch and move and feel and all this stuff. So if anytime you find you're getting in your head about it, just drop the whole thing. Just breathe. Just come back to the breath. It will all flow from there. And then the sixth element is meditation. Meditation, the spaciousness, the ability to disidentify with all the contents in our mind. You think about much of the suffering in life is due to our identification with the thoughts, the patterns, the beliefs that are in our minds. So meditation opens up that space of, oh, there is actually space around everything. There is space within me. And in that space, I can connect to something that perhaps feels more peaceful or more grounded or more real. So at the end of our session today, there'll be time to lie down or sit and just meditate. There'll be some gentle music playing to support you. With this work, we do this work sitting up. And the reason why is twofold when we do online sessions. One, helps us stay more present. Often, if we just lie down and breathe, many of us will fall asleep. We don't want to do that. Two, the other reason why we stay sitting is we do work with movement. We want to work with unwinding the energy. We often work with this unwinding of energy through our spine. You might experience in today's session, because we're going to start at the top of our head and we're going to move downwards, that by the time we get to our bellies or to our pelvic floor, there is this natural type of movement that comes up that involves the entirety of our spine, our shoulders, our neck, our head, this unwinding. And we can't move these areas if we're lying on them. It just doesn't happen. And so sitting up is why we do this breath work this way, to help us stay more present and to facilitate that flow of energy upwards. Just like in meditation, often we're sitting with a tall spine. That also facilitates the flow of energy upwards. Oh, do you recommend sitting right on the ground or is a meditation cushion chair? Oh, meditation cushion or chair, anything is fine. Like I'm sitting in a chair, most people, because that's actually better if you're sitting on a cushion or a chair, because then your pelvis can rock a little bit. And that's often very helpful as well, because as we breathe, the very act of breathing brings movement in. To breathe is to move. Our rib cage expands out, expands back and front, it expands up and down. And that expansion then moves down into our spine, into our hips. And so giving that space where our hips can gently rock back and forth as we breathe as well is often very, very, very helpful. Okay, two more things I'm going to say. One is that you'll notice during this session that I'm going to be at times inviting us to breathe deeper and faster and build energy. And other times I'm going to be inviting us to slow down and to feel and sense and tune inwards. And we're going to be going like this during the session. We're going to be doing these waves. We'll probably do 2 or 3 different waves, is my guess. And when we're breathing faster, we're going to be building the energy in our system and inviting our breath to help open our body and patterns of tension and create connection from the inside, while our touch supports that from the outside. And then at times we need to slow it all down and we need to sense and feel and tune back into where we're at right now, what's happening in our body. This movement between expansion and slowing down, between expansion and release, is what's called pendulation. So I'm going to be guiding us in this pendulation. And when we come back down, when we slow back down, I'll be bringing us back to what we call a resource. So we're going to start off our session today where I am going to guide you to find your resource. And a resource is any place in your body that feels more present, more alive, more connected, more of how you like to feel. So we will start there before any breath. I'm going to invite you to tune inwards. Maybe find your posture to start our session today. And gently scanning from the top of your head all the way down, all the way down. It could be all the way down to your little toes. Start to tune inwards and find, what is my resource for today? What is a place that when I feel into it, I feel more present, more connected to myself, more solid, more safe, even just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a dramatic thing. It could be the edge of your fingers. Feel more here. As one of my teachers, Peter Levine, describes it, any place in your body that feels more of how you like to feel. Yeah, more of how you like to feel. And once you have that sensation, once you have your resource, find what are some of the qualities that make this place your resource. This is our felt sense. Is this place warm? Is it expansive? Is it deep? Is it grounded? Whatever it is for you, maybe it feels tingly or alive, buzzy. See if you can name 2 or 3 or 4 different felt sense words that take you directly into, what is it? What is this? What makes this my resource? And then here in our resources where we're going to start our session today. So I'm going to invite you to begin our conscious connected breath pattern here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we're starting this pattern, as we're starting to connect into our breathing, let your breath come right to this place of resource. Maybe it physically can, because it's your heart or your belly, or maybe it's in your imagination, your mind's eye, that you feel this expansion, this connection to your resource with your inhale, and this relaxing and softening back with your exhale. So tuning in right into your place of resource and letting your breath come in and start to And feel how your resource responds, how your body responds as you start to bring in this breath. And I'm going to start some music to support us on our journey today. A few more nice, easy breaths right into your resource, really grounding into the sense of it, the knowing of it. The deepening into it. And now we're going to move from our resource up to the tops of our heads. We're going to start to work with the area around our eyes, our forehead, and the top of our head, this first belt of tension. So the invitation is to bring your breath, starting to let your breath fill the top of your head, fill the space in the back of your eyes, the space in the back of your head, letting that fill with your inhale. Yes, letting your breath come and opening up from the inside. And you may notice with that there's some movement that wants to start right there in your head already, around your neck, perhaps. And if you'd like to bring touch to this area to support the connection to it, go right ahead. Let's see what it's like if you bring soft touch around the tops of your head. But always remember your breath. The breath is key. And exploring, letting see what your breath starts, what you start to sense in your body as you bring in this conscious connected breath. In and out. Yeah, trusting your body. Trusting your body. And then starting to include with this breath, we'll start to bring in our jaw. So on your next couple of inhales or exhales, letting a stretching and opening of your mouth be here. We hold so much tension in our jaw and our tongue, all the way to the back of our head. Just seeing what it's like through your breath, through this movement. And you get into the tissues, into the muscles, to the inner space of your face, top of your head, the back of your head. And feeling what starts to open with your breath. What's really here around your eyes? We often carry so much tension, headaches around our eyes, worry, concern. So what happens if you bring some soft, loving touch? What happens when you meet this area of your body with kindness, with tenderness? You invite it to soften and open just to see what's here. Yeah. And letting your breath, maybe your breath needs to become a little bit deeper if you're feeling sleepy or spacey. Let your breath increase just a little bit. And bring some movement in, some gentle stretching, again through your jaw, or some circles with your neck, slow, slow circles with your neck, gentle. Yeah. Inviting presence, inviting more and more connection. Mhm. And just sensing for a moment, just sensing as you breathe, what is here now? What is this space like? What is the felt sense? What is starting to open or expand or feel more present? What are you aware of now that you were not feeling before? Staying very much in our bodies, feeling our bodies. And then we're going to focus now. We're going to start to bring more attention to our jaw and our throat, our area of expression. Yes. And I'll ask the question, where is the flow of your expression blocked? See if you can sense the answer in your body. Expression, expression, it means so much to us. So as we start to breathe, I'm going to invite more breath to come in, more breath around your mouth and into your throat. Inviting your mouth to open wide and letting your tongue move. Our tongue is one of our gateways of expression. So feeling the energy that might be there in your tongue. And what starts to open with your mouth, with your voice. Wow, this movement of your tongue. And if there's a sound, the sound wants to come, allow that sound. Yeah. Feeling in what feels right or what feels good about allowing some breath to come in and expand your throat from the inside to open up through your jaw. A couple of more rounds of breath and sound, and to feel. Yes, feeling what happens through your throat and your mouth. Couple of more inhales and releasing and opening with your exhale. And now coming back to breath, and we'll let some breath starts to again open our throats from the inside, expanding. Maybe you can sense there's some heat that starts to open through your throat with that vibration of your voice. Maybe there's some sense of energy that starts to move through your voice. And so just allowing that, creating space for that with your breath, with your touch. Yeah. Touch. Maybe there's a place that needs some tender holding with your fingers, some recognition, acknowledgement. Letting your touch also be part of this as you use your breath to expand and open, to sense into. Yeah. What does your expression need? What does your throat need? What does your jaw need? And feeling that, what's that need for you? Yes, as you keep breathing and feeling, inviting this energy of your throat, of this throat chakra, of your jaw to come forward, letting your breath come up and open and support. What becomes more present to you? What do you become more present with? And maybe you start to sense that there's a movement that would feel good, a kind of unwinding through your throat, very delicately, as if the vertebrae of your throat could just start to open and release little bit by little bit, a very kind of delicate unfolding and opening. Sense, is there a movement that supports me to become even deeper into my throat, into my neck, into this chakra of expression? And very sensitively feeling around and breathing in. Maybe your shoulders start to get involved with this as well, especially if there's movement that's coming from your body. You may have felt that there's a tension that comes down from your neck into your shoulders, or up from your shoulders into your neck and throat. Inviting then your breath and movement to start to open up. Support this part of your body to come out of contraction, out of bracing, or out of collapse. Letting your breath bring energy in. Nothing to force, a continual being with yourself, being with your body. So shoulders all the way up through your neck, base of your neck, top, bottom of your head, top of your neck, all the way up to the crown of your head, this flow of energy. Not letting anything get blocked or stuck. If there's any areas of tightness, bring in your breath right there. Just feeling that opening, all that flow from your shoulders up through your throat, not letting it get caught anywhere. Keep inviting that to open and open and open all the way to the top of your head. Maybe your arms start to come into this movement. A flow of energy that gets to arise, move through your arms, a part of your shoulders. Your breath is the foundation of it all. Your breath supports the opening, the movement, the sensitivity, and your awareness. Now I'm going to invite you to start to slow your breath down, letting your breath slow a little bit down, and we're going to return back to our place of resource, that place that we found at the beginning of our session, a place that felt perhaps more open or alive or grounded, present. And just sense what's here now. Sense your body. What are you aware of, both in your place of resource? Has it changed in any way? Has it expanded? Has it softened? And what's most alive to you right now in your body? What are you most aware of or connected to? Really noticing the sensations in your body. And in a moment, we'll resume our breathing, and we're going to bring our attention much more now into our shoulders and then down into the space of our hearts. So as we start, I'll invite you to bring a hand to your heart with some delicateness, with some sensitivity, and letting your breath resume that conscious, connected breathing. Start to feel what is here. What is here in your heart right now? As you breathe, letting your breath expand your chest from the inside, letting your touch meet your heart from the outside. And with this touch, it may feel good if you'd like to do some gentle massage around your heart, letting your breath guide you, what feels right to you. Some of us, it might be some soft, gentle holding that feels best. For other of us, we may want to really feel in and bring some deeper pressure into our chest, into the space around our hearts. So as you breathe, letting your breath become a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. Trusting your body, trusting your breath. Yeah, by this opening, our hearts have both a front and a back and a side and a side. So as you breathe, see if you can bring more awareness of not just the front of your heart, but also start to include your back body, the space all around your heart. Yes. Breathing into that space. Perhaps there's a movement through your spine that supports something that wants to open in your upper back, or maybe your shoulders. And just exploring, letting that exploring come through your back, through your breath, through your body. Inviting your breath, if your breath is feeling a little shallow right now, if you like to bring more energy, more alertness into your body, let your breath expand. You can even try here, breathing in and out through your mouth. And feeling the difference that makes as you let your jaw be soft, your mouth open. Taking some deeper, fuller breaths right into the center of your chest. And for many of us, using our arms to open our chest is really supportive. So we can, with our inhale, opening up through our arms like bird wings, opening to the sides or opening above. Inhaling, expanding and opening, and then exhaling, softening and relaxing back. At your own pace and your own way, like angel wings or bird wings, extending out through your body, the wings of your heart. Sensitively feeling in your body. Letting your inhale deepen, deepen with your inhale, expanding, moving, bringing energy into your body. Energy is life, energy, breath is spirit. So accepting and bringing in the energy, the breath on your inhale, and on your exhale, releasing any tension, any holding, anything your body feels that is ready to let go of. And that might come through in waves, it might come through in feelings, it might come through in pain, it might come through in laughter. There's no right and there's no wrong. So feeling, it's just your body, your breath. And it feels like there's some spaces in your chest that the breath can't quite move to. I invite you again, bring your touch there. Let your touch come right in, support this opening. Maybe it's your rib cage. Maybe it's along the front of your chest. Maybe it's something in your shoulders that needs some space. Maybe your arms need to create some space around you. So you can feel your space or feel a sense of protection, a space for your heart. And including your front body, your back body, your spine. Letting your breath keep opening and guiding you at your pace. Yes, and if there's a movement that's starting to rise up your spine, if you can feel that there's a flow of energy, make sure to allow that flow to come all the way up to the top of your head, not letting it get stuck or locked anywhere. Increasing that flow of energy by allowing your spine to start to explore, move. Might be an undulation or spiraling. Bigger breaths, letting your breath expand even a little bit more now, bringing even more space and energy and aliveness into your body. Filling yourself from the inside with your breath. And we'll start to bring our energy down now into our lower rib cage, feeling the area on the bottom half of our rib cage, right around where our diaphragm is. You may want to put your hands on your lower rib cage, just feeling the expansion as you inhale and the relaxing back as you exhale. Feeling the flow of your breath, the magic of your breath. Yes, just feeling how your body breathes and all the ways that it expands and moves with your breath. Really tuning in as we take in this area of our diaphragm. So much wisdom here, so much power. The area of our third chakra, our solar plexus. So, how is it as you start to bring your attention, your awareness into your body, right through this solar plexus, rib cage area? Letting your breath descend down even further as we're not just breathing from our chest, but we're really starting to breathe and open up our bellies. So sensing and feeling your belly, your breath as it moves into your belly. It might be hard at first for it to come into your belly. Many of us have very tight bellies. But if you don't force it, you gently start to bring your touch, your awareness, your presence. What does your belly start to show you as it opens? As it opens through touch and breath. What has your belly been holding? Bellies often hold so much old fear or shame, anger. We give it space if we feel, if we touch, if we allow. Yes, trusting your body, trusting this rhythm that starts to move and flow through your body, this rhythm of your breath. And your breath is the foundation of all of it. Keep coming back to your breath. Yes. And as your belly starts to open more with more, maybe through touch, maybe through breath, maybe through movement. Yes. Feel how your energy in your body starts to flow, and we can invite that flow to ever move upwards, starting from your belly, maybe with an undulation through your spine or a spiraling. Inviting that energy, that movement to come up and up through your rib cage, through your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, all the way up to the top of your head, creating this flow of energy. Trusting your body, allowing. Yes, giving space for everything, space for all of you, everything that's here. Let your breath open to it. Yes, few more deeper, bigger breaths here, letting your whole belly start to fill with your breath. Expanding, opening. So much energy in our bellies, so much power, so much depth of feeling lives in our bellies. Now I'm going to invite you to slowly start to return to your place of resource again. Finding that place of resource, letting your breath slow a little bit as we come back to resource. And sensing what is here now for you. What feels most present, sensitive, perhaps alive. Feeling in what is the experience of your resource now and of yourself. What does this tell you about you? What is here in you? Not only is your resource strong or deep or grounded or alive, but you are strong and deep and grounded and alive. So sensing the entirety of your being, which has started to open and unfold with the breath as you start to open your body, as you tune inwards. Recognizing all of you that is here and feeling all of you here right now. And we're going to go into our final round of breath, and this is going to be working with our pelvis and our legs. Our pelvis, our root chakra, so much energy here. In so many ways that we have been constricted or held or tightened, held back our flow. So let's start to bring our breath all the way down to our pelvic floor with our inhale, inviting our sits bones to expand and soften. Imagining like as if there was a ball right at the base of your pelvic floor. And as you inhale, that ball gets to expand and open. And as you exhale, it relaxes, it releases, opening, expanding, exhaling, releasing. So your breath can be whatever pace you want, but the deeper, the faster you breathe, the more energy you'll bring in. Also, if you breathe through your mouth, you'll bring more in, or it can be very slow through your nose, whatever you want. So we'll get grounded in our breath first. Really feeling our sits bones, the support of the floor, the cushion or the couch, the chair. And our legs are part of this too, our legs that connect us to the earth, this powerful life force that we live on. So letting your breath move down into your pelvic floor and expanding out, opening through your hips, connecting you even deeper into the earth, like a line of energy, a line of love, a powerful force coming down from your body right into the earth, through your legs, through your feet. That connection down into the earth, that with your breath. And then with the earth, letting the energy of the earth come back up, flowing through your legs all the way into your pelvis. We are in relationship. It's a giving back and forth, a flowing of energy. Yes, trusting your body and trusting your breath. Sending this love of your breath down into the earth and inhaling back in the love of the earth back up through your body. All the way through into your pelvis. Starting to build this connection, this opening of our pelvic floor. As we get very grounded and connected through our breath and through the earth, we'll start to move that energy up now, letting it build. You might feel it as a natural rocking back and forth on your sits bones that just starts to happen. Or if you want to invite a small spiraling, a gentle spiraling of energy that starts in your pelvic floor, that starts right down there, root chakra. Breathing, feeling, sensing the movement, this depth of spiral. And letting that spiral or that undulation or that rocking slowly start to move upwards through your body. As it opens all the areas inside. As that spiral moves upwards with the support of your breath. Yeah. Creating this final flow through our bodies, moving up through our spines, the rib cage, connecting our pelvis through our belly, our bellies to our diaphragm, and our diaphragms all the way up to our hearts. In any place that feels like it needs extra support, bringing your touch there. You have the breath, your breath. You have this movement, this rhythm of your body. You have your touch. Letting that movement keep expanding out from your heart, through your arms, all the way into your hands. Feeling that flow up from the earth. This is the energy up from the earth. Legs and feet, pelvic bowl, belly and diaphragm, heart all the way down your arms. And expanding up into your neck and throat, your shoulders. Finding it flowing all the way through your jaw, your face, around your eyes, all the way to the top of your head. With our final few minutes of breath, letting your breath be full and deep. Letting your breath come. You can be on all fours if you'd like, doing cat-cows if that supports you. If you prefer to stand in like a wave-like dance, allowing that, or else keep exploring the spiral of energy. Yes, in your body, in your body. Yes, big full breaths in our last minute or two of breathing. Feeling all that you've created, all the space, all the flow inside of you. Now gently, gently starting to slow your breath. And one more time, we'll return to our resource. Movements might naturally start to quiet on their own. If there's any movement your body still needs to make, allow that. So tune into and feel your resource one last time for today, for now. What's present? What is present in you? And feels most alive, most open. And what do you want to take from this session today? What is it, the teaching? Maybe it's a sensation. Maybe it's an image. Maybe it's a word. Or maybe it's just a certain knowing that comes right from your body. What is the gift of this session for you today? And now what I'll invite is for us to move into our period of meditation. So allowing your breathing to come back to just normal everyday breathing. And you can be sitting or lying down, whatever supports you in presence. And we'll be together in meditation for a few more minutes. On your next inhale, let it be a little bit deeper, starting to feel the weight of your body and whatever you're sitting or lying on. Feeling how your body is being so perfectly held in this moment, completely supported. And as you're feeling that contact, the support around your body, start to become aware of the sounds in the space around you, the sound of my voice, sounds further away, not leaving yourself to hear anything, but letting the sounds come to you. Just sensing your body, listening. And in a moment when you open your eyes, I'll invite them also to stay very soft in your head, not needing to go out to look at the world, but rather letting the colors, the shapes come to you. So continuing, allowing yourself to sense your body, gently opening your eyes, staying soft as you look around, maybe seeing if there's some colors or something in particular your eyes are drawn to look at. And if so, just noticing that, noticing how it feels to look, how it feels to be in your space, sensing your body. And taking a bit of a deeper breath, maybe stretching for a moment like a cat. Your fingers and toes have some movement. I will invite us to return to our online friends here. Yeah, our online community.